Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the roast of TBC. And what we mean by that is, it's New Year's is upon us. We're going to reflect on our 2024. We're going to go back to our New Year's episode where we talked about all these great things that we had aspirations for, all these things that we were going to accomplish. And we're going to see what we actually did this year. James is going to take us through kind of a recap of what was said on that episode, and then we're going to kind of reflect and find some truth on how our 2024 played out. So, James, take it away, brother.
All right. So, in that episode, we talked about goal setting, teamwork, personal development, celebrating milestones. That was actually a big one for us. We emphasized change, consistency, and energy. But holistically, it was rooted around professional and personal improvement, right? Each of us kind of shared some meaningful insights, but who wants to go first?
I have a question.
Yeah?
Just hit me right now. Oof. Did Johnny talk about, shit? Did Johnny talk about shaving that beautiful thing in the recap?
No, it was not mentioned, and he had hair. But wait, here's the thing. He had hair, but he still was wearing a hat.
I know.
Now he's got no hair, and he's not wearing a hat.
I'm sorry. That hit me right now as you're talking about it. I'm just staring at Johnny. I'm like, wait a minute. Woo. Okay.
That's good. Johnny, you want to go first then?
No, not really after that one.
You're going first, sir.
Okay. What did I
All right. So I'm only going to hit on a couple of things.
Okay.
Some of key moments from 2023. What you said you were going to do, but I'm also going to give you how you summarized your 2024 was going to be focused around. And then at the end of this, we're going to summarize again. It's in 3 words what 2025 is going to be.
3 words.
Okay, so think about that as we go through this. But Johnny, let's start with you. So first off, we're trying our hardest to talk about favorite moments, but Ryan was having technical difficulties and getting kicked out with his laptop.
Oh, this was that episode.
Was that episode.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
So we actually never truly got to Johnny. But what was shared was actually our trip to Mexico for Austin's bachelor party.
Sure was, yeah.
And Ryan forced Johnny to recollect what Ryan's favorite memory, and that was you missing your flight due to excessive alcoholism.
It was a good time.
Okay. Now, on a more what the hell is the word I'm looking for? Serious note.
Gosh.
You said you were going to focus on balancing your spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical dimensions in 2024, but prioritizing your mental and emotional well-being, which is oddly specific to what we're doing now with the Passion Project. And this was before we even really talked about it, I think.
Yeah.
So,
I just didn't think that the mental and all the health pieces would come in December and not earlier on in the year of 2024. I've got no hair left. Gained about 20 pounds, so we're chugging along here. What else do I got there that I can just keep reflecting on?
Yeah. So your 3 words that you summarized the year was embrace the journey.
We're embracing the journey right now.
Honestly,
I think that's very accurate.
I think it was. I think if you were to have a theme to your year, embrace the journey was definitely big.
Come with the punches. My 3 words this year would be better hair product.
Goodness gracious.
Go to Turkey.
Get those hair plugs?
Hair plug session. No, I would say embrace the journey was a good one. I think
that's what you said for 2024 was going to be.
Correct. Yeah, I think 2024 has been a very, very good year.
Okay.
It's out of the couple of factors that are just very demonstrative on this podcast, but
you had a pretty big 2024.
Big 2024. Lots to be proud of. Lots to be happy. Lots of great people in it. Why do I got to start first, dude? I don't know where I'm going with this.
Just talk about how your 2024 went. You guys got a new house.
So closed on a new house. Put our old house up for rent.
Almost had to sell that new house within a week.
Almost had to sell that house within a couple of months because I was going to take a new opportunity for work for a promotion.
Some pretty good opportunities came up in work.
gotten a few leadership opportunities, which I'm very thankful, excited for. Child on the way. Wife's pregnant.
Let's just slip that one in there.
That's huge. Come on.
All in a matter of a couple of months, all of this happened. So good stuff. And it couldn't get much worse from missing a flight in 2023 in Mexico. So it could only go up from there. But yeah.
You want to share maybe one of your favorite moments from 2024?
Us finally getting in person to here.
Oh, goodness.
Today, you mean?
Today
Today is one of your moments?
No.
Wow.
I would say, personally, finding out that I'm going to be a father. Like, that was...
I could not agree more. That's probably...
icing on the cake.
Mm-hmm.
I'll save the more bigger story, but obviously Kenny welcoming a little one in the world, that was really exciting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Obviously, you two Neanderthals, like just living the life. You getting a new house.
Yeah.
You welcoming a puppy into the world.
You guys, did you get Phoebe in 2024?
2023.
That was 2023.
Yeah.
Okay, so you stole all of our moments.
Yeah.
So that's great.
right.
We got nothing to share
anything
now.
to say.
We can go into a
Yeah,
little more
just-
detail on our own stuff.
So you just had to throw it off. You just had to really start off with the baldness.
Dude, I'm sorry to hit you. I was
He
just
just
like,
rattled.
fantastic.
Yeah. All right. Well, since you're ready to move on,
Yeah,
I'm gonna move on to someone else. Should we go J to J or should
Sure.
we go to R and K?
Sure.
Just go this way.
All right, we'll go
It's
right.
easy.
We'll go
You're-
right.
you're reading
Clockwise.
off, so.
All right. So, other than the fact that I took the first note to struggle with major laptop issues, your comment was that you were going to get a new laptop into the new year.
Sure didn't.
Sure didn't.
Still
So-
have laptop issues.
All right. We'll go favorite moments first for you. So you actually talked a lot about a lot of different ones. Your first one though was Coco Bongo experience in Mexico.
Right, the night before Johnny's flight.
Yes. Which
Technically
is
the same
cause-
morning as Johnny's
Technically,
flight at one point, yeah.
Okay.
This is the roast of Jonathan, not the roast of TBC.
The next one, which was pretty cool, was milestone reaching 30th birthday celebrations with all your friends.
Yeah, for sure. 30's big new decade.
Yeah.
Your birthday, yep.
For
Not-
2023, yeah.
Not Morgan's 30th.
We had celebrated them for that.
Correct,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep, not-
It actually sparked a discussion
Listen,
about
No,
what you
Morgan's
were going to do in the
wasn't
next
there-
decade.
wasn't good. Didn't make dinner, Morgan's. That's why I can't put it on there as a memory. Wasn't there.
Sorry, I didn't make something either, but I missed the point. So that's all good.
I missed dinner, you missed flights.
You know what we messed up with? Why are we sitting like
I
that?
don't know. We're
Yeah,
all,
right, we're
I don't
usually-
know.
Because you guys are having your banter. Now it's across
That's
the table.
true. That is true.
Sorry.
You guys sat down first, so.
You're right. I sat down in my seat. So
Okay.
maybe Kenny screwed this up. He was
I
like,
might
I
have.
like the captain's chair.
Let's get back to the seriousness
No, I like this.
of the roast.
All right.
Fun and
We're a
action.
serious podcast.
You also mentioned, now this was, again, 2023, celebrating the births of 3 of our friends' babies, Zach, Reagan, and Palmer.
Yep, it's huge. Now we're up to 4.
And then when we recorded the episode at that time,
You're right, yep.
yeah,
Yep.
we've got more now from this year.
We sure do.
Got a few more.
Then you also, at the time when we were recording it, you were thinking about the future and of that year, and we were going to Austin and Heather's New Year's wedding.
Yep.
That was the other thing that you talked about. You said, it was different for us. New Year's is usually at my house.
That is true.
Did I do a good Ryan there? All right, so your actual self-improvement goal, though, you wanted to focus on reading.
How many books have we read this year?
And you at the time you shared that you started reading You Have to Be Believed to Be Heard.
Sure did.
Did you finish the book?
Surely did not finish that book nor any other book in 2024.
How many pages did you get through on that book?
I think I got. Well, it's funny because James is like, no,
So I
Ryan.
embarked on that journey.
Hey, this is my roast. James is like, Ryan, you're a really inspirational guy. I really
Didn't
look
say
up
that.
to you. You really motivated me. I'm gonna read with you, dude. Orders the book, finishes the book. Kudos to you.
Checked in with them constantly throughout the process.
I think I
We had
finished
a
about
textbook
4
club.
chapters.
Oh, okay.
I remember we're headed to Tim Meyer's
40
bachelor
pages.
party. I'm reading the book on the flight. I'm so productive. Look at me. I'm gonna go be a degenerate, but before, let me get my reading in. I think that was the last time I picked up the book.
Yeah.
That was January. So we failed on reading, yes, 100%.
But you also talked about the emphasis and importance of positivity and bringing the energy, that you control what you bring to the table, having positive outlook. One insight in particular that you shared was marriage isn't 50-50, but 100-100.
Okay. I can say I did probably well on that on the marriage side of things. Still married, not divorced. On the TB
Got
side,
your ring on?
TBC side of things, I might have been the most negative of the four. So I think I failed that one too. So
which is a good transition to your 3 words. The bender continues.
Sure was not a good reflection of 2024, as you've seen. We've been sporadic with our postings, and yeah,
good.
a lot of work to be done in 25. So
unreal.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to reflect on any 2024 memories? You want to save that for the next topic of when we transition out of this?
Yeah. If we're gonna come back to it, sure.
All right, we'll come back to it.
Sweet.
So we'll just keep going with the roast portion. Kenny. All right. A lot of your reflection was on planning. Emphasized goal setting for both monthly and quarterly. This was more just sharing on like how you actually take on the new year. Like this is your perspective. Which I'm assuming is probably still true. You still plan for the next quarter, monthly, and then obviously adapt as you go.
Correct, yep.
You wanted to specifically focus, though, on interpersonal relationships within your team. And then you had plans in 2024 to expand also your personal and professional connections.
Yeah, I would say we do that still. I'm not which I think I've highlighted in the past, I'm not the most HR driven person, so I'm not the one that's specifically planning events and things like that. My wife is actually in the business, and her presence has been a little bit less this year because we had a baby. Mm-hmm. So she's been home with the baby a lot more and whatnot. So I would say things have shifted, but I would still say that the relationships from within the office are stronger. I feel like the people that are in the office are more tight-knit now than probably ever before, and I do feel that we're really rocking and rolling. We got a really strong structure, and everybody's really comfortable. We had a great Christmas party the other night, which was awesome. Really enjoy being with everybody, and it's like a family. So continuing to expand, still expanding, but also getting close with one another. And I think it's, and I brought this up the other night, being comfortable with the people that you go into office with and whatnot, being happy with the people that you're around is really important because you spend a lot of time in office. Yeah. So, creating a strong setting is important.
You you also highlighted as a part of your growth and planning initiatives to use a daily planner, and you emphasize that you tried to go digital, but you went back to like a written regular daily planner. Are you still using that today?
Yeah, I am. So I have, even in 2024, I bounced around a little bit to try to find better solutions. I'm always going back and forth between can I keep it digital? Do I need a written form? I feel like digital is better because I can put it on a tablet, on a laptop, on a phone, and I've used a handful of different outlets to do that, but every single time it brings me back down to a planner. So this year, going into quarter 4, what I started to do was say okay, this is definitely going to be the planner that I'm using. Now, does it help my team become more efficient and effective? So I gave it to a couple of people in office, and then I think going into 2025, everyone's going to get one because I really do think that it's really important to just jot down your day and have proper planning. But if you can do it company-wide, that can be really powerful. There's a lot of planners out there. I've tried. I can't even tell you how many, from influencers and people that are big in the market with different businesses and different things like that, and then also making my own. I have a few of my own that I've made more digitally and not digitally driven. But I would say that the one that I have stuck with the longest that I have found to be the most productive with segmenting your day, your week, your month, and your quarter. The book only lasts 1 quarter. Is the iFocus planner. It's called iFocus. It's a business planner. It's like blue. I don't know. They might have different colors and stuff, but that planner specifically has been really solid, honestly, and I think you should give it a look if it's something that you do, that you use a planner. It's not expensive, $25-$30 unless.
Yeah. The whole planner is for 1 quarter, or are you saying it's segmented by quarter?
it's segmented
a whole year?
into 3. No, it's not a whole year. It's only 1 quarter. It's about this thick. It's only about 1 quarter.
So you have to buy 4 a year then.
Correct. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I focus.
Interesting.
I like the letter I, focus.
Okay.
Yep.
And then your 3 words to summarize this year was invest in yourself. You stress the value of constant effort, personal development, and then noting that self-improvement enhances contributions to others. You quoted, "You cannot give what you do not have."
Yeah, I would say that that's probably on trend. I think it's a little harder when you have a baby. I think everything's not about yourself. So I think that's probably a little bit harder. So, but still, I mean, yourself, your atmosphere, your team, things like that. I think it's expanded outside of just me. But I think, investing on those around me is a common theme and continues to be a common theme.
On the more fun side of things, your favorite moment actually kickstarted all of these comments was bachelor parties with friends and just getting around with the guys, but especially was Mexico. You just had a blast with Mexico. So Mexico was a pretty big theme for us.
It was also fresh. It was like the most recent
I
thing
agree.
we did.
I think we just had it right before we filmed that episode.
Still on the high.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll go over to me.
You want me to read yours?
Yeah, sure. You want to read mine? This will be fun.
All right.
I'm in the hot seat.
So, you reflected on the year by recalling key moments rather than detailed goal setting. James Zagama always coming with different ways to approach things. I love that. Focus on what you could have done differently, and then adjusted your planning to align with Q1 end of year reporting.
Yeah, so the reason why when I'm kind of getting up to New Year's, I made that comment of reflecting is because my year isn't technically like up yet. I still have to do my year-end reporting for the next quarter, so I just kind of operate a little bit differently.
Yep.
So I do most of my reflection and planning in March, but I do reflect on the year during like December, getting ready for January. But I'm more in a preparation mode right now. So
Cool. Love that. To your point, just keep it going on the Mexico theme.
Yep.
Tequila Cuda was the nickname in Mexico.
Yeah, which is tracked for the rest of the year. I've only drank tequila. I don't drink anything else. Beer's done.
Water? Drink water.
It's with tequila. We actually came up with a term for it at Tanner's wedding. It's called dirty waters. Okay. So it's just tequila and water. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is also pretty accurate to how that other episode went. I would share something and you guys really didn't care for it at all.
This one's got me dying. I didn't forget about this. It actually came up on my photos the other day. James's 30th birthday running into a wall.
You sure you can read the rest of that?
How's the scar healing? Good?
I actually saw the video and I still had the scar, and then I completely forgot to go look in the mirror if I still have it. So I have no idea. I don't know, Ty, if you have a zoom-in feature here.
Adult laser tag.
Oh,
God.
I don't think I have the scar. It was on this side over here somewhere. Okay. But anyways.
That means Dr. Dre did a good job.
Yeah, we...
oh, my gosh.
That was funny. Laser
time.
tag went right into the wall.
Yep.
Thinking I was Rambo. Yeah.
Sure isn't Rambo.
She's out here hustling 7-year-old kids.
It was bad.
Doing somersaults.
Is that part of your guys' Christmas team building activity? Adult laser tag?
Laser tag?
No, we have not done.
Okay, just checking.
Make sure you get the waiver signed just in case.
Mm-hmm. And bring a first aid kit because whatever they have on hand isn't good enough.
Yeah. They treated you like friggin' a god once that happened.
Kind
Except for the
thing,
medical piece.
Look, they tried to give me something as like, oh, well, we're sorry that you did this, first off, because it was
sorry
on
you're
me.
Stupid.
They gave me like a go play it like during the week. I'm like, I'm not going on a Thursday, so I think I gave it to a family with that has. I think I gave it to the Marshes or something. I can't remember, but anyways.
To the kids, right?
Yeah.
Weddings. Tyler, myself, Austin.
Yep, we had those 3 weddings that year.
For 2024, one of your biggest opportunities that you wanted to focus on was just increasing your income, network, targeting from a budget standpoint, and then real estate investment.
Okay, so that one. It kind of worked out, but not the way I planned. So I was originally thinking about renting my house out, but I realized the equity that I had in the home and what our next home was going to be, it was better for us to take that money and put it into the new house rather than trying to build a rental portfolio. So we didn't do that. Got our new house. That happened in June. Love the new house. It's great. Then from the financial side of increasing income and that kind of stuff, since we didn't do the rental side of it, I decided to get LASIK done. So there goes all my money.
Yep.
I also got Invisalign the same fucking week. So the money side of it, not so good. However, in a roundabout way, did get a promotion at work. And so, yes, I am making a little bit more money because of that. But ultimately, not what I was thinking when I said that.
I think you stole mine. Invest into yourself. Eyes, Invisalign, house. You really invested in yourself.
Yeah, I guess so.
True.
I guess so.
You also had some setbacks, obviously 2023 expenses because of the roof leak or the house leak.
Yeah.
Repiping.
It feels like yesterday.
I
can't even believe that was a whole year ago.
Roof leak.
We had
pipe
just
leak, selling. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, the polybutylene. Yeah, we got the whole house repiped. That was literally during this time last year that we were wrapping that up.
Yeah.
Insane.
Well, I think you lived very well through summarizing what you wanted to live the year through, which was overcoming challenging obstacles.
Yeah, I agree.
It was good.
There was a lot of challenging obstacles.
You also said you wanted to emphasize the importance of reflecting and celebrating achievements from your friends and family.
ChatGPT might have copied Ryan's.
That sounds like a Ryan Salinas
Sounds like
answer.
more Ryan, right?
Yeah. It's all about the people.
Oh, that's funny. All right, so how do you think we did?
We did okay.
I sucked. I openly will admit that, say that. It's okay.
Positivity,
We're gonna try to be better
positivity, that's negative.
How many books are you going to read next year?
Maybe one. Well, let's get one under the belt.
You guys want to start a book club where we read a book a month and then we recap it on a podcast? Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Didn't you guys try to do that?
We tried to do poker nights. That didn't work.
You
out
tried.
either.
You two tried.
We wanted to
You
do
did like a book thing.
a
no?
book every
Oh.
2 months, and then we would alternate who picked the next book. So I already had the next book picked out, and I sent it to him.
And you just didn't
Mind
show up ever again?
you, I did not finish that book. It's still in my backpack.
How many books did you read last year?
I only read the one because then the move and all that stuff got
We're
in the
too
way.
busy not podcasting to read.
To be fair, it was an interesting exercise to have a recording of yourself talking about what your goals were going to be for that year and everything, and then sitting a year later watching yourself say these things, knowing what happened in that year.
Yikes.
And then like, well, okay, I kind of did this, I kind of didn't do that, but this all happened.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that I realized, again, as a part of the reflection piece, holy crap, did that move take everything out of my year. I mean, I feel like I exhausted all of my extra spare time on this house.
Dude, it's huge. Moving is a huge thing, so it makes sense.
Well, yes, but this guy did a lot more than just move too. He's got to have a kid. His wife was pregnant during the process. I mean, I don't know. I felt like it was a little too much, and my life has gotten out of whack, and I feel like it's not in my hands right now. So that's a little bit into where I'm headed with what I want to do for 2025.
Dude,
We'll get
moving
back on track.
takes a lot out.
It was from June till still now. Yeah. Still working on that house.
It's a lot. How was moving with the little one?
That's right.
I would say it was. So he's real little. Like when we moved, he's only a couple months old. We moved his room and first basically and set his room up and stuff because that was like a little bit unique because he was going through a lot of transitions too, which is like bedside bassinet. So the bedside bassinet was like where he was staying for, the first couple of months, and then when we moved, we also transitioned him to his own room at the same time because we just thought it was a good transition, like to do all that at once. It's going to be a new setting regardless. Let's make it a new setting and put him in his room.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say it was probably as good as it would have been if we transitioned him into his own room anyway, because there's definitely like trials and tribulations that you have to go through with doing that. It's not like you just put them in the room and they're like good to go. It's like a whole process, and we're still going through that process. Approaching 6 months old now. So, but I think that it went good. I mean, we did as much as we could to get it done quickly, which is the good thing. We unboxed really quickly and stuff. So now it's just about like creating new spaces and stuff in the house, which is what anybody does once they get in and whatnot, renovate and different things like that. So yeah, but I don't think it was more difficult than it would have been without him. Obviously, he's not helping. He's 5 months old. He's not picking shit up, but yeah, it wasn't that difficult.
DIY or pay the guy.
That's my problem.
We had movers too for some stuff.
Needed.
Which was very beneficial.
Oh,
I did pods instead of moving.
That's a step in the right direction for you.
Yeah, for James.
Lydia and I did everything, and we didn't hire a single person to do anything in our house.
Didn't you text us about helping you?
Yeah, we
forgot completely or
I
something.
don't think we showed up.
Nope.
No, I don't. I just what was the? I just remember you texting and be like, or saying something.
I
Was there
really,
a podcast?
we had
I didn't
conflicts.
think Lydia and I were going to be able to manage putting stuff into
That's what it
pod,
was.
and so I was like, I might need your help.
That's what it was.
Might.
We ended up selling our couch, which was the real piece that I was worried about.
Yeah.
And then we managed to get it in the truck, so she was able to do it with me. So it's an awkward shape and the doors. That was more so what I was worried about. Are we able to actually maneuver it out of there?
Yeah.
Anyways, we got it done. But yeah, no one helped. Then we painted the entire fucking inside of the house. And
That's crazy.
that took us 5 weeks.
We got
Nights.
lucky with the painting thing.
Yeah.
We got super lucky. Appreciate you, Mr. Barrett, Kernan. Thank you for your support. Thanks for helping us out. Shout out to 10 Point Services, great general contracting company. Painted our whole house as a gift. Thank
That's
you.
nice.
Appreciate your brother-in-law. Yeah, it was
Wedding gift or just a gift?
Yeah, I just wedding, house gifts. Didn't really know what's going on. Brea wouldn't tell me really, and then wow, the inside's painted. Oh, and then the outside's painted. Okay, we'll take it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You get the baby's room all set up now?
Working through it. So we got a pretty big. We got all the family coming for Christmas.
Oh, you guys hosted.
You're hosting.
Yeah,
Oh,
Both
boy.
sides?
yeah, we got 20 plus people.
Oh, nice.
Have you seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
It's gonna be a good
That's about
time.
to be you.
So a lot of them are staying for a couple of days. So we're gonna wait for one of the rooms to turn in because we got all the guest bedrooms they'll be taken during Christmas.
If it helps, you only use the room slightly at first.
Yeah.
Like the baby's not sleeping in there alone.
Yeah.
So it's like, ask Ryan, he knows.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
We're just
Yeah, like at first you're just more. I like from our experience getting familiar with the space and stuff. You have a rocker and things like that. So you like hang out in that space a lot, but it doesn't sleep in there. So
sleeps in the bedroom, right, with you guys?
bedside, bassinet for the most part for the first. Let's see if like 3 months, maybe give or take. Yeah.
Learned that in one of the books Bray and I are reading.
Yeah. Books help, but
it's about the only book.
shit pops up. So it's like, but yeah, I mean, I read. Yes, that's definitely something. Well, one thing that I watched, which was pretty good, which we might be able to get into this later, like a different thing, but I think it was like the best baby on the block or something like that. It's like an older movie, dude. If you know how to swaddle, like wrap a burrito, the first like
James,
James, you and I, would be so good at this. Wrapping burritos. Like, just think of like Chipotle burrito. Wrap the baby in a swaddle. If you were good at that, boom, you're good for 45 days.
Okay.
Not even kidding.
Start practicing.
You
now.
could swaddle a baby really good, and like they can go from crying to like perfect, like that. It's
Okay.
crazy. It's
I'll have
wild.
to check that out.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I don't know the science behind it. Like, they want to be like, like they're in their womb basically and whatnot. They swaddle. If you can get a good swaddle on, it'll save your life. Swaddle your ass off. Swaddle Phoebe. I don't know.
Swaddle your ass off. It's 4 words. Okay. Damn. Yeah. No, I'll have to.
Hopefully,
check.
all
It's
my
like mad.
burrito wrapping skills.
Swaddle
comes to
my
play.
ass. There you go.
swaddle my ass. That's basically what the baby says. But yeah, that was like one big thing.
Well, we could probably all reflect on the fact that the period of babies being born, moving, happening, might have dipped in our output for our podcast.
Excuses.
Oh, man.
Excuses.
We're still trying to rebound off that.
We were building the studio.
We're not leaving.
Yeah.
For sure.
We.
Right.
Mass
We.
inbound.
Yeah, we.
Okay, Kenny. We had nothing to do with it.
Ty. Between Ty and really, Ty.
It's awesome, dude. This setup
A lot of
is pretty sweet. So
Yeah.
we're happy to be back.
Yeah, this time we get to show a little bit of leg.
Yeah. I got a hole in the sock.
But ultimately, our outlook is to try to get the production back on track.
Yeah. Passion project.
Passion project going. So we're in
Yeah.
the studio trying to knock out a couple of episodes. So this is probably a good one for us to reflect on. Especially,
Kickstart 2025.
yeah, exactly.
For 3 words, 2025. What are you guys thinking? Outside of the Bender continues.
I will not use that this year. No.
You know, use that.
To be
And
continued.
you can't double up on it.
Actually, I have my 3 words. I gave this thought yesterday.
Wow.
Because of my recent role change, as well as just what I'm going through in my personal life, I feel like my execution has been off, and I reflected on the fact that it's because I'm uncomfortable, or I don't know what I want to do, or how to do it, or whatever. Clarity on point B, but I'm at point A. So my 3 words, which I feel like is a mantra for anyone, it's useful, but it's growth through discomfort. So I know that I'm uncomfortable right now. I guess that's a better way to phrase it. New role, new responsibilities, new house, things that I'm going to do that I'm not good at or know what to do, etc. And I got to find that way. And by being uncomfortable, I feel like you grow the most. And so I'm trying to embrace that now, especially after reflecting on it. And so I'm heading into 2025 with that mindset.
I love that. That's a good one. All right, sure.
This way.
No, we're going to go this way. I would say operate with clarity. I think operate with clarity, what I mean by that is just driving forward with a plan of action. Now, whether or not that plan of action gets derailed for whatever reason, that's okay. But the operation piece, that's just being a husband, being a friend, being a son, and being a coworker, a peer, a colleague, whatever you want to call it.
Father.
What's that?
Being a father.
Being a father. Yeah, and I think that's where being maniacal around just trusting the process and what's going to happen and being okay with, hey, as long as I've got some clarity and there's something end at mind, if it doesn't necessarily go that way, that's okay. Because I think it's very easy as we go and life throws you a curveball. You kind of go through the motions. Kind of want to get out of that going through the motions piece. So yeah, just being extremely maniacal around clarity and everything that I do.
Nice, man.
Thanks, dude.
I'm going to go with time to evolve for me. So just, want to make some changes and try to follow through on them. Got some different perspectives this year, caring for something other than myself. No, it's not a child, but it is a thing, a puppy, a dog. He's in the other room right now. And yeah, just some things I want to work on. So time to evolve.
Love it.
Big step forward for Ryan.
I want to use the word grow. Didn't want to use it, so evolve.
No one has grown or has had such a life-changing growth path than Ryan over the years. From Beanie to now, completely different person.
You didn't like that.
He didn't like it, but it's cool to watch. I enjoy it as your friend to see you kind of evolve. So I'm happy for this next evolution. What are you on, like Pokemon level like 4 now or something? Like
I
what?
prefer Digimon, but yeah.
Digimon. Wow, that's
Digimon. Good for you, dude.
Digimon level
That is a hot topic.
That's in the
Oh,
depths.
is it?
Okay. Digimon? What about Yu-Gi-Oh?
Wait, is Digimon? Oh, you mean just hot?
No,
topic?
just
I thought they were in the news or something. And y'all
No,
just said
no,
something
no.
that's gonna get us
I don't even know
banned.
it's still around.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Or-
Pokemon's still around.
Pokemon's still around for sure.
Pokemon evolved. They created an app.
Yeah, Pokemon Go, dude.
Not my.
Ryan on the go instead of Pokemon Go.
Kenny?
For me, I would say it's more putting things together. So my 3 words would be compound your skills. You know, I think in my 20s, I concentrated a lot on like acquiring new knowledge, acquiring skills, learning, definitely executing, but kind of finding out more of what business entails and where to go and how to deliver and all of those things. Now it's like we put it together and we scale the shit out of everything we do. Not only in business, but like compounding your skills and being able to understand what happens when you have a baby. Compounding my skills and understanding how to run a family and a business at the same time. And multiple businesses at that now. There's a lot of different things that I think you do in your 20s to spend time learning. If you do it the way I did, and there's a lot of things you give up to not be able to kind of take part in extracurricular activities because you're kind of trying to invest a lot into the business or the things you're doing, or you don't have the time for it. But now it's about like putting it together. Not saying that you don't need to continue to learn. I think you always need to continue to learn, continue to read, continue to evolve, but just really leaning into the things that you invested in yourself into over the last decade. Now, like leaning into that and compounding that, and I think you'll see it grow faster. It's like investing in large sums. So putting it all together.
Love it.
Yeah.
Any ideas on how you guys are actually going to attack these outlooks on 2024, 2025, your goals and stuff? I have some, but I'm going to put it to the floor first.
Keep it going, baby.
So you want me to go?
You're the one sending us down this
I want to see
direction.
Johnny go first again. He gets flustered.
Thank you.
You don't have to. I apparently got called out. So if you want to decline the
I
offer.
mean, I can go, but you can go, sure.
Yeah,
Just let me know if you want me to go. I can go. I mean, mine's pretty
How
simple.
about changing yours to be more decisive? I can go. You can go. I'm just kidding. Fucking with you.
He's down for whatever, folks. He can go.
Again, crush of TBC. This is the crush of Jonathan. It's okay. It's fine. Go ahead, James.
So, in my new discomfort, in my new role, and the lack of execution, I've been realizing I take on way too much, and I try to do too much at one time. So multitasking, which I'm getting to the point where multitasking is a fallacy. There's no such thing as multitasking. Maybe there is, like, I can move my arm and talk, like that's multitasking, but I'm talking about physically doing a fucking task. Like, you can't do multiple tasks at once because your brain has to be focused in on that thing and then get it done. So what I'm trying to implement with my team now, as well as my life, is when I'm going to set out my day of this is what I'm going to do. So the planner, I have to attack each one before I get to the next. And so there has to be a sequence. So I'm going to institute sequence. I can't jump. So once I catch myself jumping, then reel it in. So that's going to be one thing I'm going to try for myself. But on top of that, I'm trying to develop a system where workflow is determined based off of metrics. So there's a couple of different priority metrics out there. You can go based off of importance and urgency. You can go based off of, what was the other ones? I'm drawing a blank right now, but essentially you put a category, you put a scale towards something, and that helps drive whether or not something needs to be delegated, whether or not something is a quick win, whether or not something is going to be scoped out into a full project. And then once we compile all that data and we understand the team's bandwidth as far as volume management, so pipeline management, and your daily responsibilities, tasks, projects, and influx. Because we're kind of cyclical on a monthly basis, closing loans. So you kind of have a down period in the beginning of the month, and the month gets a little hectic. So we're trying to figure out a way to institute a project management system under the agile structure where there's timestamps based off of what period of time we are in the month, what assigning tasks, and then actually executing. Because too much shit comes in at once. We're jumping all over the place. We're on too many calls. Restricting meetings is another thing that I think I need to do, or being more efficient with meetings is actually the better way to probably put it. So we're trying to recalibrate the team. That's a big thing that I'm trying to do, and then see how that blends with personal life as well. Long-winded, a lot of buzzwords.
Your typical James Lagama answer. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
But
It's
anyways,
right on cue. Right on par.
that's my plan. So we'll see how well I can execute on that. But
So I said operating with clarity. I think it starts with being clear and concise in everything that you do, whether it be communicating or leaning on others, whether that be in the workforce or in your real life, personally, professionally. So starting there, I use the word maniacal. I think having those individuals in my circle, my network, whether they be family, friends, or colleagues that I can rely on and hold me and almost be those individuals that know my goals or my aspirations and what I'm trying to do when I talk about the word clarity. That's a huge opportunity for me and just what I've learned. I think overall in my leadership journey and then also my personal journey, I think there's a lot of great areas of opportunity, but it all starts with the word clarity. And I've learned that over this year, and that's something I'm proud of. But being clear and concise and being very detail oriented in whatever it is at the end of the tunnel. So, hey, my goal is to do this. Okay, well, how is your goal going to be this? What are you going to do to get there? Okay, what are you doing to get there? What are the steps that actually take place? Or what's going to have to happen in order to make that actually be efficient or successful? And writing it out. I know you guys have all heard my whole Power 5, and I'm a big CTA guy, call to action, which I think is great. But it's like sometimes you got to get very, very specific. And then what I found is just in life, I think on both sides, personal, professional, it's easy to say something. It's easy to articulate something, but does the other side understand what that actual message is? Because everyone has kind of a different thought process. Do you confirm what that end goal or result is with that individual? Because they may think it's something else. Is there a clear defined line, timeline, etc.? So those are kind of my areas of opportunities or goals and what I'm looking to do. Be very maniacal.
That's almost your word, maniacal. It's involved in everything you're saying. So
use the word maniacal. Those are my 3 words next year.
I want to look at the definition of that. Go ahead, Ryan.
Careful there.
Careful.
So I think the 3 areas that are going to help me to evolve. I think the first one is simple. It's from Andy Elliott. It's just do what you say. I'm a big talker a lot of times, and sometimes, especially TBC, maybe I don't follow through. So just in general, work, personal. If I say I'm going to do something, follow through, actually do it, or, vocalize that it can't be done. I think the other one is work on noticing my triggers. I'm a person that can go hot and cold really quick. So noticing, what leads to that and maybe managing that a little bit better or figuring out how to. And I think for the last one, to be able to evolve, and some of you have done this. We've talked about it, I think, in one session or another, but you got to take some time to yourself. And Johnny said at the beginning, man of the people, I might need some me time, right? Go into a dark hole, go into a cave, and come out a different person. So, and to Kenny's point, you cannot give what you do not have. I got to work on myself and get some things right there, and then I'll be able to maybe to come back. So, yeah.
think we brought this up one time. It was like monk mode. You ever seen, like,
Yeah, monk mode. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Not an Aaron Rodgers cave, people. Just a regular monk mode
That's
type
more
of
your
thing.
thing, though. The cave, Aaron Rodgers. You're just gonna watch football anyways.
Yeah, not in a man cave, but yeah.
Right.
You know, like monk mode, that can do something like, and you just do that for 30 days. Like, just, you know, don't go crazy. Like, don't go out and like just say no to like public
Say
events
no,
and
yeah.
things and whatnot.
Sure.
It's hard to do, you know, in many settings, and then, you know, with a large group like us, I don't think we had much help. You know, it's a little bit easier for me to say no to you guys because I gotta drive 3 hours to see you guys. So it's like, dude, I don't want to drive 6 hours, and you know, it's a little harder to do with a 5-month-old. So it's not that it's easier to say no; it's just like not realistic in most cases.
Right.
For like a 6-hour outing, I'm like, guys, it's just maybe not this time. But yeah, I think because you're so close, it's hard, but that's where it starts. I think so.
Well, I think it's a good year for you to even go on this journey because at least we don't have as many weddings and bachelor parties and all these other like events.
Yeah,
to go
I'm
through.
tired of weddings, dude. I'm tired of traveling.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
those are like hard events not to say no to.
Right.
Like, it's like,
Yeah.
you don't want to miss some big event for someone.
And then you kind of look at it, well, it's sporadic between like 4, 5, 6 a year, and granted, it's still a lot, but they're at least spaced out in some cases, or they're not.
But it adds up. It adds up time-wise. It adds up bills-wise. Like, you guys talk about houses. Like, Morgan and I have a lot of stuff to do just on the house. Like, the front of my house still has white paint on it. The rest of the house is a different color. I got to get that done. Like, that's got to get done. So shit like that.
Yeah. Well,
That's cool.
for us, I mean, you know, compounding and putting things together, I think just goes to being organized with knowing what you can do and what you're good at and where you can expand and scale. So it's like, these are the things that I know. I think you can reverse engineer this to say the least. I think you can say like, this is what's worked really well, and this is the result of like, we've had this success, whether it's like a job or whatnot, or a sale or anything like that. This is what leads to X. Well, what was different about that? How can we do it 10 times? I can do it 100 times. And compounding all of those things. You know, we've been doing that in the business a lot. If you go to successisn'tsolo.com, you can see exactly what we do to compound the acts of a variety of different services, from strategy to website development and infrastructure, creative production, and media buying. And you can put all of that together, and you can outsource that to an agency that knows how to do it, has been there, has done it, is doing it, and is doing it at large scale. Or you can spend $500,000, $600,000 on overhead and hope that you are hiring the right people and driving them into the correct direction with clarity and understanding. And it's going to take you time and money and space to get things done, but compounding on those things that we're really good at allows us to do it even better with more synergy and double down on doing it over and over and over and over again, which is ultimately going to get us better at doing what we already do good. So we're just going to continue to grow our skills in what we do really good. And that's really the goal. And then bringing that back down to, like my family life as well, compounding on what I know I can do and where I know I can spend my time to provide for my family. And being open to where, like, hey, I might not be the best at this. Let me maybe hire someone, or maybe my wife is better at it than I am, so she takes on that role. But I think being fair with saying, like, this is what I'm good at, let's lean into it. This is what I'm not good at, let's not lean into it, or just completely, disregard it and not do it at all. So it is going back to, like, what Ryan said, saying no to things, and just placing a larger emphasis on what I do and what I do good.
Nice.
Very
I
good.
think we've got our work cut out for us, gentlemen. And hopefully in a year we'll be able to look back at this and be a little bit better off than the roast of TBC. But I think we can all achieve it. We've done so much over just a short amount of time, even before this podcast and during the podcast timelines. So I'm excited to see where we go.
Love it.
Awesome. Well, we have a little bit of a different ending still, and I'm going to ride with that, but we'll hopefully provide more content in 2025.
For sure.
Come back strong. Maybe 2 different studios. Who knows? Maybe we'll change it up here and there. But The common theme that we continue to go with is, and together,
The
Better continues.